Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In the boys category in the National Basketball League, welcome to Uganda, Kampala, Abja Parks Nalia. It's the UPDF Tomahawks taking on UMU today. UPDF Tomahawks dressed in white today, and the UMU Flames dressed in their black colors. Afande for the three, of course, Henry. He puts up one, comes up very short. Now possession back to the Flames. And for the three, very unlucky. It's just a defensive rebound. Kevin Kasobia is the point guard for the Uganda People's Defense Forces today. Now Kevin, Peter Cook trying to cook something. Stolen possession. Peter Cook loses the ball. Now UMU Flames on transition. The kickouts. We're going to see the first three of the game. Kevin Kasobia almost losing that one. Ball back into play now. Transition. Takes his time. Studies the defense. Of course, Henry for the three. Nothing but the net. And a small celebration by Okoth Henry. It's now 3 points to 0. UPDF with the lead. UPDF playing man-to-man defense. Beautiful screens. And it's just a turnover. Kevin Kasobia leading the charge on offense. He goes up, he's blocked. It's now transition again. Bounce pass. Is it the first 2 points for UMU Flames? Beautiful pass, first 2 points. Kasobia taking his time. Of course, Henry kicks it out to Peter Cook. He loses his handles. Now 3 ball. Ooh, that's a stolen ball. Kevin Kasobia with the steal. Now, of course, Henry. He goes up. I mean, what was he thinking about? A Cook. 2 more points. It's 5-2. On to Joshua. Joshua was the MVP in the lower division. That was last year. He was best rebounder, top scorer. I mean, he did it all in the lower division. Now he is in the top flight. Can he make a difference? It's just a side ball. Kevin Kasobia will be the director of traffic today. Kasobia for the three. Misses everything. That's going to be a side, but aggressive defense by Kevin Kasobia. The referee actually says shooting to Brian Sebalamu, lead referee for today. Nothing but the nets. It's now a 1 point game. It's actually a 2 point game. In and out, very unlucky. Now Peter Cook. Almost losing the ball. What was the Cook thinking about? Always doing his favorite move. Now Kasobia. Kicks it out to Afande. Now Kasobia. Travel violation. Mande Becker. I think, of course, Henry know what to do. Oh, beautiful defense. That's such. Ball was out of bounds. Now possession back to UPDF Tomahawks. Of course, Henry takes the cut. Now a Cook Kicks it out to Kasobia. UMU Flames playing pretty good defense. Of course, for the three. In and out. He was very unlucky on that attempt. Almost did his celly. Big rebound. Goes for the turnaround jumper. And Kasobia almost picks the defensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds. And possession will head back to UMU Flames. And UPDF will make their first substitution of the game. On comes Okello Morris. Joshua Diallo draws contact. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up. For the UMU Flames, it is 3 points to UMU and 5 to Uganda People's Defense Forces. 5 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. Diallo Joshua makes it a 1-point game. Earlier on, we had the Lady JT Jaguars beat down the Magic Stormers, and Diallo misses the free throw, picks up his own rebound. Oh my goodness. He tries looking for his teammate, and the ball just goes out of bounds. Now Okoth on to Peter O'Cook. Now Morris Okello. Kasobia takes it slow. And Okoth Henry steps out of bounds. Just a turnover. Uganda People's Forces, the UPDF, always playing very aggressive basketball, both on offense and defense. Very tough game this for the jumper. That was way too tough. Offensive rebound. Okoth goes to sleep, and there goes the and one. There goes the and one. And finally, UMU take a 1-point lead. Another offensive rebound. Uganda People's Defense Forces just failing on rebounds. Now Joshua thinks about the three. Morris Okello guarding him pretty well. Kicks it out to his teammate for the three. Puts up one. Nothing but the net. It's now a 4-point game. Now Kevin Kasobia fails to connect with his teammates. That's a crazy pass. Now Bang makes his way to the basketball court. Out goes O'Cook, Peter. Still a 4-point game, 4 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock. That was a loose ball. Diallo just picking up his teammates. For the two, fails to beat the 24-second clock. Another offensive rebound. Possession goes back to UPDF. Very tricky game this. Okello Morris, he is fouled. Shot number 23, John Otuko, with the foul. It's going to be a side ball. Second team foul to UMU Flames. Now Bang puts up one. Fails to put it in. Kevin Kasobia goes to the bench, and on comes Ikuma. On to Joshua Diallo. Goes to the basket. Beautiful handles. Poetry in motion. So this is what basketball is all about. Diallo. That was well concocted. Bang for the three. He goes bang, bang. He picks up 3 points for the Tomahawks. Back to a 3-point game. Tuko trying to cook. Back to Diallo. Diallo just distributing the ball. That's a travel. Definitely a travel. Guy Gordon Kong with the travel violation. And UPDF take the timeout. We're going to the break, the short break, with 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go. 11 points to the UMU Flames and 8 points to the UPDF Tomahawks. Bouncer. Bouncer. Vipi? And now possession to Uganda People's Defense Forces, the UPDF Tomahawks. Ikuma taking care of traffic. Almost traveling on that one. Now Benjamin Chaze picks up a cock. Good ball movement, but a cock tries to connect with his teammates. Now a cock cleans up the glasses. Onto Bang. We have two Rastas on the court, two dreadlock players. Bang and a cock. On to Bang. Can he go bang, bang again? I mean, he fails to go bang, bang. Now Maurice Okello to the basket. A big layup by Maurice Okello makes it a 1-point game. Super substitutes. For the three, corner three, misses everything. Benjamin Chaze cleans up the glasses. On to Peter Cook. Bang trying to connect with the Cook. And the ball just goes out of bounds. Now Otuko to the basket. Just an air ball. That's a travel. What was Bang thinking about? Lots of traffic there. Too much congestion. I thought he could have passed the ball. Bang Difu. This Masiro. And the UMU Flames will restart the ball just under the hoop of the UPDF Tomahawks. Kick out for the three. Another defensive rebound by Benjamin Chaze. Still a 1-point game. Maurice Okello for the two. Automatic. He shakes his head, letting the UMU Flames players know, man, you do not know what I have for you today. Now possession to the UMU Flames. Shot number 5. Gatwech trying to cook something. Hands over to Malok. Now Joshua Diallo. That is a foul. Joshua Diallo will head to the free throw line to take 2 more free throws. It's a 1-point lead by the Hawks. And the Flames will look to tie the game or take the lead on the charity line. There's going to be another substitution. Gatwech will go to the bench. And on comes Mulongo. Mulongo means twin. In Uganda, Diallo ties the game. Kato Paul, the Mulongo on the floor for UMU Flames. And Joshua Makes it a 1-point lead, and with that he goes to the bench. Anes the Sasira on the floor. UMU Flames playing zone defense. Now Mubiru looking to beat the zone. Picks up Benjamin Chaze. They fail to connect. That's a foul by Benjamin Chaze. Benjamin Chaze picks up his first personal foul, and UPDF will head to the free throw line. It's going to be a substitution. Mokunzi Felix. Will come on the floor, and out goes Chaze Benjamin. Looks like Chaze Benjamin has 2 personal fouls. Jerome Joel Otim. Joel Otim misses the first free throw. Buries the second one. So a 2-point lead for the Flames. Mubiru on to Morris. Morris fails to finish. Now Gatwech cooking for the jumper all alone. And Ikuma with possession there. On to Mubiru. What does Mubiru have? Picks up Bang. Bang with the travel. I thought he should have passed the ball, but he preferred to attack the basket. Now 19.3 seconds on the clock. Looks like UMU Flames will head to the break with the lead. They have possession with a couple of seconds to the end of the quarter here. Agotagot picks up Nasasira. Back to Agotagot for the 2. Tries to beat the buzzer, but he fails. And that is the end of the quarter. The UMU Flames head into the break with a 2-point lead, 14 points to the Flames and 12 to the Hawks. I'll see you after the break. Don't touch that dial. Kotsudi. Nini mbaya? Kwa nini umekuwa kama hii? Nini? Just like that? Makungogo. Sio timu. Odeke. Odeke. Wewe. There's something I've seen. Sikia. Nimeona kitu kwa timu yako. Nipe. Timu yako nipe. Nimeona. Wewe, ona. Nitapiga. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the second quarter. Bang, Ikuma, Mukunzi, Okello Morris, and Mubiru on the floor for the UPDF Tomahawks. And looks like Bang will turn it over. And looked like a poor pass from Mubiru. Now possession to Kato Paul. Got with possession, just showing off his handles. He goes to the basket very aggressively. It's just going to be a side ball. Got taking on Bang Difu. That was a beautiful play by Got. I told you in basketball, size doesn't mean anything as long as you got the skill and you can play. You become him. Now possession to the Flames. Kato trying to cook something. Picks up Nasasira. Hustle play there. Now Mukunzi back to Got. Couple of seconds on the 24-second clock. And Got fails to beat the clock. It's going to be a 24-second clock violation. And Mukunzi Felix comes up very clutch on defense. Now Mubiru. On to Kelo Morris. Very aggressive defense. Mubiru with possession. The skier lets Mubiru goes on to Ikuma. Puts up one. Man in the bank. Good find by Mubiru. Swings the ball to the corner. And Ikuma doesn't disappoint. Now Got puts up one. Puts it very high. And they clean up. A good offensive rebound by Jerome Joel team. He was at the right place at the right time and the right finish. Now Ikuma, 1 point game. On to Bang Bang. Back to Mubiru. What was Mubiru thinking about? Felix Mukunzi. He goes a block shot. Not in my house. Joel team. And Kasobia Kevin will get on the floor, and out goes Bang Difu. Almost a turnover. Kevin Kasobia fails to beat the clock. They get a reset. Now Mubiru picks up Kasobia. On to Morris Okello. Good ball movement. Ikuma for the two. It's going to be 2 shots. Kato Paul with the foul. And Ikuma will shoot 2 free throws. Ikuma will shoot 2 free throws either to tie or take the lead. UPDF Tomahawks. It is the second quarter live at the Abja Parks. Poor first free throw by Ikuma. 8 minutes and 4 seconds end-to-end action here. What a game we have. Ikuma fails yet again. Stolen ball. Kevin Kasobia. Oh my goodness. He just throws the ball out of bounds. Fails to connect with his teammates. And shot number 5 for the Flames will sit on the bench. Gatwech and Got commanding traffic. Got pulls up from deep. That was way off. Now Mubiru picks up Kasobia. Back to Mukunzi. Okello. Ikuma. Back to Kevin. Pulls up for the 3. That was beautiful passing. Just distributed the ball smoothly. Looks like Kato will be going to the basket. Oh my goodness. Beautiful finish. Makes it look so easy. The defense of UPDF goes to sleep and they get punished. It's now up to a 3-point difference. Mubiru onto Ikuma. Kasobia, almost a turnover. Mubiru from way downtown. Mukunzi almost getting the offensive rebound. What an exciting game this. Pressure both on offense and defense. Long three, man in the bank. He gets it going yet again. Kampala's definitely alive tonight at the Abja Parks. Now Mubiru looking for something. He floats up, puts one up, and Kato Paul picks up his second personal foul. This is Uganda basketball at its finest. It's a 3-point lead. It's actually a 6-point lead to the UMU Flames. The crowd is surely loving this one today afternoon at the Abja Parks. Mubiru. The crowd is really loving this one. And he buries it, silences the crowd. Now Agot trying to put on a show, guarded by Ikuma, picks up his teammate, the jab. Almost a turnover, and there goes the turnover. Now Mubiru finds Mukunzi. That's a kick ball. Mukunzi with the butterfly fingers. He's lucky the ball goes back to UPDF. 5-point game. 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Another turnover by Mubiru. Now Agot on transition. Puts up one. Out of bounds. Possession. Back to UPDF. Katopol with the turnover. I can call it a turnover. Try to get the offensive rebound. The ball went out of bounds. Now Mubiru picks up Mukunzi. Mukunzi actually loses possession. He is fouled by Joel Otim. Pushing foul, Joel Otim. That's an offensive foul. Mubiru. Mubiru with the, it's actually not Mubiru. Another offensive foul there. Peter Koch back on the floor. Got it by Ikuma. Another three from downtown. That was from way downtown. Mubiru loses his defender, Nasasira. Pressures by Mubiru. That was a tricky one. Chaze Benjamin. Hustle play by Chaze. It's just a side ball. Now Agot, the man of the moment, just displaying his handles, dancing with the ball. Oh, that's the kind of defense Becker Mande wants his players to play. He's actually shooting two. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Mubiru after the hustle. He was fouled. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. It's still a 5-point game. It's definitely a timeout. Coach or team for the UMU Flames wants to make some adjustments. We'll see after the break. Don't touch the dial. Keep it Kawowo Sport, Uganda's #1 online streaming station. All right, welcome back from the break. This is Uganda basketball at its finest. The UPDF Tomahawks taking on the UMU Flames. And this time Mubiru gets the first one on the line. The crowd is surely loving this one tonight. It's the second game on Kawowo Sports. And it's living according to expectations. Benjamin Chaze. He gets the rebound and a cork. On to Mukunzi, who loses possession. He actually recovers. Good recovery by Mukunzi. Now Mubiru going to the basket. Chaze Benjamin. It's 2 more points. It's a 2-point difference. And the UPDF fans are finally alive. Almost a stolen ball. Katopol picks up his brother, Waswa. Both twins on the basketball court. Shot number 13 and shot number 9. I mean, that's actually Nasasira, who's shot number 13 and 7. Stolen ball. Kato takes his time, kicks it out for the 2. That was too tough, and Benjamin Chaze picks up yet another defensive rebound for the Afandes. Now Mukunzi onto a cork. Chaze Benjamin makes the foul basket. Good play by Benjamin. It's now on 1. It's actually tied. Chaze Benjamin ties the game. Katopol goes to the bench and Nasasira. And on comes Gatwech for the UMU Flames. Chaze Benjamin, and now a cork. The cork fails to make it count. Picks the rebound onto Mubiru. Now Mukunzi. Mubiru for the 3. That was in and out. Mubiru was unlucky. And Gatwech will go to the free throw line. It's actually Guy Gordon. Will shoot 2 free throws. The game is tied. 3 minutes and 1 second on the clock. And UPDF down by 1. Guy with the first one. He makes it 2 for 2 on the charity line. Now Peter Akok on to Mukunzi. UPDF looking organized. On to Akok. He finishes at the rim. That was poor defense. Waswa to the basket, block shot. Shaze Benjamin with the rejection. Now Diallo picks up Waswa. Waswa makes 2 points. Siso kind of game. Akok Peter. Akok keeps going to the basket. And he fails. Now Agot keeps cooking. I thought Agot should have shared the ball. Now Mubiru. Ikuma. Back to Ikuma for the 3. Puts up 1. Puts it in. 3 more points. It is 3 more points. And finally UPDF with a 1-point lead. And the response. Shaze Benjamin. Now Agot. And the ball moves. It's now transition for Uganda People's Defense Forces. Akok to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. It's a 1-point lead. It's a 1-point lead for UPDF. They have finally come back into the game. 1 minute and 19 seconds. Peter Cook will shoot 2 free throws. And can he make the first one? In and out. Very unlucky. He has another opportunity. This is Uganda basketball at its finest. Men at work. And yes, Sakok makes it a 2-point game. Emmanuel Oloya comes into the game for the first time. Now Waswa cooking, guarded by Shaze Benjamin. Waswa to the basket, block shot. And the referee calls for the foul. Shaze Benjamin with his 3rd personal foul. I think he's going to sit on the bench. And Maurice Okello will get back. Shaze Benjamin, very unlucky. I mean, some of the referee would call it a side ball. And Waswa fails to make that one. The crowd is surely loving this game today. Of course, pressure is a privilege. He's just embracing it, and he makes it count. He embraces the pressure. Makes the free throw. 1-point game. 1 minute, 1 second. Onto Kuma. Umo Flames playing zone defense. Mukuzi picks up Ikuma. Onto Akok with the fake. Goes to the basket. Broken handles. Now Waswa trying to cook something. Possession to the Flames. That's a foul. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the Umu Flames. Two free throws for the Flames. And Gatwech will either tie or they'll take the lead. Yeah, he ties the game. That's a lucky bounce. And it's 1 more point for the Flames. And they now have the lead, nothing but the net. Lots of lead changes in the game tonight. On to Mukunzi. Mukunzi tries to go to the basket, very strong. And he is blocked. Now transition. On to Gatwech. Beautiful finish. It's now a 3-point game, less than 15 seconds on the clock. And the clock keeps moving. Now Mubiru trying to beat the clock onto a cock to tie the game. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is the end of the second quarter. The buzzer goes on, and UMU Flames will head into the break with a 3-point lead. The crowd is surely alive tonight, and it's Uganda basketball at its finest. UPDF 27 and the UMU Flames 30 points. I'll see you after the break. Keep it Kawowo Sport. Don't touch the dial. Ariada, is your brother fine? He looks very shocked. You can't believe it. Coach Sudi, nimeona kitu moja. Unajua? When gatekeeper anataka. Umesikia? Ile design. Coach Sudi. Ile design jamani. Sha.
Guys feeling like Halliburton. You don't know. Always. Always. Vino, Gaviamba, Vino, man. Let's play back you, I am good.
That's a lie. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. UPDF taking on the UMU Flames, third quarter basketball. And Gatwech goes up for the two, comes up very short. Now Ikuma cleans the glass and is now trying to direct traffic. His 30 points to the UMU Flames and 27 to the Tomahawks. Kevin Kasobia, bang, bang, on the floor. Oh my goodness, bang, bang, does the bang. And it's now a tie game. UPDF playing 1-2-2 defense. Shaze Benjamin back on the floor. Gatwech, Oloya, Waswa, Diallo. Some of the players on the floor for Victoria. For the UMU Flames. Now Diallo, stolen possession. Now transition. Kuma to the basket. And Shaze Benjamin runs the lane. Makes 2 more points. And UPDF with a 5-0 run. Oloya picks up his teammate in the corner, puts up one. Defensive rebound. Back to the Tomahawks. Now bang bang on transition. Goes up, picks up Kevin Kasobia with the fake for the two. Possession. Back to UPDF, to the UMU Flames. Uganda basketball at its finest. Now Oloya. Waswa puts up one. Joshua, another offensive rebound. And Joshua, it was 3-on-1. Joshua was under pressure. He embraces the pressure and makes 2 more points. It's now a tie game. Bang. Ikuma. On to Bang. Can he make it? Bang, bang. And this time it was in and out. Chaze Benjamin for the 2. And this time Chaze finds to make it. Now Oloya. That's a foul. I think it's going to be a side ball. I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, it's just a side ball. It's just a side ball. He never gathered. Homo Flames trying to bound the ball. Ikuma with the interception. And here comes Bang! He rises above, punishes the rim. 2 more points for the Tomahawks. It's a 2-point lead. Difu Bang. He rises up. 2 points with the slam. He punishes the rim. Now Oloya. On to Gatwech. Now Waswa. Diallo not in the game for the 3. Transition. Ikuma. Hesitation by Ikuma. Picks up Difu. Difu for the 2. That was in and out. Difu was very unlucky. That's very poor by Gatwech. I thought Gatwech was not patient. Now Ikuma comes everything. On to Ikuma, block shot, Diallo, last touch by Oloya, and possession back to UPDF. Another substitution. Umu Flames yet to score a point in this quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the Tomahawks. And there goes 3 more points for the Hawks. Oloya almost loses the ball. Now Gatwech on rebound, blocked shot. Kasobia, good IQ by Kasobia. Just cools the pressure. Now Difu for the 3. Godwin. Now Diallo running transition for the Flames. On to Diallo. Easy points by Diallo. Good connection. Good connection between Oloya and Diallo. Possession to Kevin Kasobia. It's now a 3-point lead. On to Difu. Difu goes up. Now Chaze Benjamin. On to Ikuma. Kasobia. On to Chaze Benjamin. Block shot. Rejection. That's a turnover. And there's going to be a substitution. Agotagot will come back, and out goes Oloya. Oloya, I beg your pardon. It's a 3-point lead for UPDF Tomahawks. Possession to UPDF and Kevin Kasobia. Baker Mande looking to get a victory today. On Wednesday they were beaten by the Kampala Rockets. Peter Cook, double teamed. And there goes, I was almost saying there goes 2 more points. Diallo with the personal foul. It's actually a foul on shot number 23, not Diallo. John Otuko with the foul. Muchiga Godwin Muhamireho. Yeah? God damn, that's a crazy name. I mean, let me say it again. Godwin Muhamireho makes it 2 for 2. Let me call him Muchiga. That makes it easy. Muchiga makes 2 more points for the Hawks. It's now a 5-point lead. Possession. And that is a turnover. Very surprising. Otuko. It's actually Gatwech. Fails to connect with a got and is out of bounds. And there's a substitution. Shot number 21 will sit on the bench. Guy Gordon. Almost a turnover, and there goes the turnover. Now a got tries to cross over. Now takes his time. Kick ball. Bang Difu with the brilliance on defense. It's just a side ball. Possession. Now Gatwech picks up Joshua Diallo. That's a hard foul. She's going to be shooting 2. That number 23, John Otuko, will shoot 2 free throws. 5-point lead, 3 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock. Second team foul for UPDF Tomahawks. Now a got. It's a basket. 1 more free throw to the UMU Flames. It's now a 4-point game. He makes it 2 for 2, 3-point game. And to end action tonight, awesome basketball. Uganda basketball at its finest. The crowd is surely loving this one. Now Difu. That's a violation. That's a 5-second violation. I mean, in basketball, you're not supposed to hold the ball for more than 5 seconds in the same position. And he'll take a break. I mean, I think he has played well. I think Difu has been good. He has shot well from beyond the arc. UPDF still playing 1-2-2 zone defense. On to Joshua, and now a got for the mid-range block shot and the corner three. And Muchiga with the defensive rebound. Muchiga. UPDF now trying to cook. Kasobia on to Ikuma. I thought Ikuma could have taken the shot. A cock to the basket. That's a travel violation. Possession back to UMU Flames. Now a got on offense for the Hawks. Now Otuko. Joshua Diallo back to Otuko. He uses the glass pretty well. It's now a 1-point game, 4-0 run by the Flames. On to Muchiga for the 2. Muchiga fails. And now the Flames can make it a 6-0 run. Here comes Agot. Back to Agot for the 3. And this time he fails. Patience by Ikuma. And Agot almost steals the ball. Felix Mukunzi will check into the game. And out goes a cock Peter. UPDF had a comfortable 6-point lead. Almost a turnover. Now Ikuma for the 3. That was wild by Ikuma. Misses everything. It's now a good time. Patience. Now Otuko, stolen ball, Mubiru. Almost steals the ball. Now for the three. Muchiga with the rebound. Mkoli Muchiga Godwin. On to Mukunzi. Mukunzi puts up one and puts it in. Big play by Mukunzi Felix to end the scoreless run. Now UPDF on defense, Agot floats up one, and the offensive rebound, he actually misses everything. Atuko for the three. That was wild. I don't know what Atuko was thinking about. That's a foul. Gatwech with a pushing foul, and UPDF are going to make a substitution. Okoth Henry will check into the game, and out goes Ikuma, I beg your pardon. Ikuma comes off the floor, and on comes Okoth Henry. Now possession to UPDF. Mubiru with possession. Kasobia, the kick out to Mubiru. Good ball movement. Okoth Henry for the three. I mean, he misses everything. That's a miss by Okoth. And he picks the ball. Hustle play. And it's 2 more points. 1 point difference. Otuko, shot number 23. Really playing very hard for the Flames. The kick out to Kevin. And he turns over. And Agot does he beat the buzzer in and out. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is the end of the quarter. 10 more minutes of action here at the Abja Parks Uganda basketball at its finest. The crowd is really loving it. It's 40 points to Umu Flames and 41 to the UPDF Tomahawks. Bouncer, kuna game after this. Na team gani? Yo. VU, eh? Chapa. This guy is surprised. He can't believe it. And they win. Come and talk for me. Come and say something about the game. What are you going to say about the game? Come and say something small. Why are you scared? Come and say something small. 5 seconds only. Come and tell me what you're doing. Come and tell me what you're doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fourth quarter basketball. We are live, and I'm here seated with one of the biggest basketball fans in Uganda. I mean, can you tell me your name? I mean, he is very shy. I'm sitting next to one of the best basketball fans in Uganda. He's always at the games. I mean, looking very shy. And now Uganda People's Defense Forces with the first turnover in the fourth quarter. And the hustle by the UPDF. Mubiru on transition for UPDF. Picks up Mukunzi. Mukunzi goes up. Big play. Big basket for the UPDF. It is fourth quarter basketball. Now it's a 3-point game. And UPDF looking to take the lead yet again. Looking to stretch the lead yet again. I beg your pardon. Some of the players on the floor for UPDF now. Otuko one more time. Otuko picks up 2 more points. He makes it a 1-point difference. Mubiru, Muchiga, Okoth Henry, Benjamin Chaze and Felix Mukunzi on the floor right now. And Agota Gatwech. Some of the players. And Mukunzi under the basket yet again. Chaze Benjamin almost picks up the offensive rebound. And Agot to tie it. And UPDF down by 1 point. It's a 1-point lead for UMU Flames. And now UMU Flames take a 1-point lead. Now disorganization by UPDF Tomahawks. Now Mubiru running out of options. Stolen ball. Gatwech picks up his teammates. Beautiful basketball. Onto Okoth Henry. UPDF now down by 1 point. They were up by 6 points. You can't believe now they're down by 1 point. That's how basketball changes. UPDF gonna get 2 more points. UMU Flames, the put back by Otuko. Looks like it's a foul by Okoth Henry. It's going to be shooting 2. Pushing foul. And it's shooting 2. For the UMU Flames. And now Gatwech will shoot 2 free throws for the Flames. It makes it a 2-point game. The crowd is actually on their feet. Too much pressure. I mean, pressure is always a privilege. You can embrace it and use it to your advantage. Benjamin Chaze, Agot, floats up one. Gatwech another offensive rebound. Now to Atuko, mid-range jumper. Fails to connect. An interception by Mubiru, and looks like it's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the UMU Flames. It's 45 points to the Flames and 43 to Uganda People's Defense Forces. It's actually a sideball. I'm very shocked. I thought it was supposed to be shooting 2. Otuko mid-range jumper. Fails to connect. Felix Mukunzi with the rebound. Pressure time here. On to Benjamin Chaze. Another turnover. Oh my goodness, this is not the time to make mistakes. Fourth quarter basketball. This is not the time to make mistakes. It's the time to shine, and it's another turnover. Seven minutes, 26 seconds. The game on the line. Corner 3 puts up 1. And now possession will head to UPDF, to the Hawks. Mubiru commanding traffic. Onto Okoth, corner 3, puts up 1. Cock Peter with the rebound. That's a travel by a Cock. Travel violation by a cock. Beautiful game of basketball in Kampala, Uganda. A got. Picks up Gatwech. Zone defense. Possession will head to UPDF. Last touch, and position still heads back to the UMU Flames. Last touch by Mubiru, and Okoth Henry will take a break. UPDF still playing zone defense. On to Gatwech. Good basketball movement. Offensive rebound, and this time Akok picks up the rebound and he loses it. Gatwech for the three to stretch the lead. And he steps out of bounds. And UPDF will have the possession. Possession to Kevin Kasobia. He pulls up for the three all alone. That was automatic, very, very automatic by Kevin Kasobia. And now UPDF with a 1-point lead. Lots of lead changes in the game today. For the response, Agot with the response. And Akok with the rebounds. Now UPDF have an opportunity to stretch the lead. Mukunzi cooking something. Oh, Mukunzi with the turnover. Gatwech to the basket. 2 more points. Tie game. He ties the game. 5 minutes, 44 seconds. Kasobia turns over. Are we going to see a dunk? Oh my goodness! He punishes the rim. 2 more points. I mean, that was an aggressive dunk with authority. I mean, the rim is still moving. He punishes the rim. It's now a 3-point lead. Now Mukunzi runs out of options. Mubiru with the response. It was very tough by Mubiru. Now Kasobia Kenan to tie the game. Akok. That's a lucky rebound by Akok. It's now back to a 1-point game. End-to-end action here. Now Agot just taking his time. Back to Agot. Floats up one, draws contact, and this time he'll be shooting 2 free throws. 49 points to UMU Flames and 48 to UPDF Tomahawks. Mnukuzi Felix with the breather. And on comes Bang Difu Desimiro. Joshua Dualo has been very quiet in today's game. They just won't hear. Agot misses the first free throw. He can now make it a 2-point difference. He misses everything. And Difu with the rebound, elbows very high. That's the easiest way to protect the basket. Now Kevin Kasobia. UMU Flames playing zone defense. He picks up Mubiru. Double team. Mubiru keeps going. Picks up Muchiga. Muchiga makes 2 more points. And now UPDF with a 1-point lead. End-to-end action. Uganda basketball at its finest. Dualo picks up his teammates. Mid-range jumper at the corner. And now Muchiga, big rebound. And now UPDF can make it a 3-point game. Mubiru keeps going. Mubiru loses the ball. Pickpockets. And there goes Agot. Block shots. Difu tries to block that one, but it's ball tending. And it's 2 more points. Very many lead changes here in the game tonight. Kampala, Uganda. Uganda basketball at its finest. Kevin Kasobia for the three. Picks up his own rebound. Goes to the basket, draws contact. Looking to make the and one. It's just going to be 2 free throws coming up for UPDF Tomahawks. 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Kasobia to tie the game. Oh, very unlucky. And he misses everything, very unlucky. Joshua Dwalo with the rebound. Now I got onto Dwalo. Katopol for the three. Oh my goodness. From downtown. He stretches the lead and it's now a 4-point game. That's very big from the substitute. Kevin to tie the game, to reduce the lead. And I got with the rebound. Here comes Joshua onto Gatwech. He picks up Mulongo, Katopol. Beautiful basketball displayed by the UMU Flames. And Coach Mande Becker calls for the timeout. 3 minutes, 14 seconds, 56 to the UMU Flames and 50 points to Uganda People's Defense Forces. Don't touch the dial. More action of basketball coming your way in a little while. Problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm in the studio with two of Uganda's best basketball fans. Two of Uganda's best basketball fans, Aiden, Sudi, Ulanga. Some of the fans here tonight trying to entertain me. It's going to be 2 free throws coming. And Ariana, Ulanga in the house. They love the game. Trying to give me support at the studio here. And Felix Mukunzi will be shooting 2 more free throws. It is 56 to the UMU Flames and 50 points to UPDF. And Felix Mukunzi stands at the charity line. Looks like he'll either reduce the deficit to either 4 or 5 points. And Mukunzi, lucky shooter's bounce. It's now a 5-point game. What an exciting game this. The game has lived to expectations. Both teams were just promoted to the top flight. UMU Flames were victorious in the lower division. And UPDF were the runners-up. That looks like a turnover, very poor. It's going to be a side ball. Kevin Kasobia. And now comes Mubiru. The kick out to Ikuma. Ikuma goes up. Can he make it? He misses. And Muchiga in and out. Felix Mukunzi pushing foul. It's going to be a side ball. It's just UPDF's 4th team foul in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes and 36 seconds. And that was necessary from Mukunzi. And now UPDF in foul trouble. 4-point game. Every decision matters going forward with the game on the line. Agot just showing off his handles. Here comes Agot. Picks up Kato, stripped ball. Mukunzi, big play. Now Kasobia onto Kasobia still dancing with the ball. Too many dribbles from Kasobia. Puts up one. Another miss. What was Kasobia thinking about? Now Agot to Atuko. 2 more points. Less than 2 minutes on the clock now. 6-point game. It's 1 minute 53 seconds. And Mubiru turns over. That's a very costly turnover. Gatwech. And Gatwech misses the basket. That looked like a kickball. Gatwech misses the basket.
Would have even dunked it.
And it's a sideball possession. Back to the UPDF Tomahawks. 6-point game. 58 to the Flames. 52 to the Hawks. On to Mukunzi. Mukunzi tries to pick up Muchiga. Muchiga was very unaware. It's just a side ball. And coach Gerard Otim calls for a timeout. UMU Flames want to re-strategize. They still have a 6-point lead. 1 minute and 32 seconds. They take a break.
Comes 1 minute, I'm going to say something. Make you laugh. Not like 1 minute.
Bouncer. Bouncer. Are you ready to say something? I'm going to ask you your name. Sisi ni wale wale. So, I introduced them.
Wait, say my name. You wait and see. Let's go to this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Pressure time here. And now UPDF playing full court, man-to-man defense. 1 minute, 32 seconds on the clock. Joshua Dwalo with possession, trying to cook, guarded by Mukunzi. And now Joshua keeps going. And Gatwech cools the pressure. He's trying to embrace the pressure, guarded by Ikuma. Here comes Gatwech, just taking his time with the ball. Hands over possession to Kato, onto Agot to the basket, and Agot comes through, very clutch. That's a big basket by Agot. He makes the foul basket. It's now an 8-point game with 1 free throw by Agot. And now Agot, he embraces the pressure. He makes it a 9-point game, and Coach Mandebeka calls for the timeout. It is 61 points to UMU Flames and 52 to UPDF, 1 minute and 11 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the break. 1 minute, 11 seconds on the clock. 61 points to the UMU Flames University and 52 points to the UPDF Tomahawks coach Mande Becker. Looking very, very disappointed in his players. They had a comfortable 6-point lead in the third quarter and they have blown it. And you can't imagine the UMU Flames now have a 9-point lead. Kevin Kasobia, it's not time to waste, to keep dribbling the ball like that. On to Mubiru. Mubiru cooking. Goes to the basket, block shot. Dwalo with the rejection. Now UPDF there with possession. Ikuma to the basket. And Dwalo with the rebound. And now possession. And now our goat cooking. Our goat just running. With possession there. Dwalo. And ladies and gentlemen, I think when all is said and done, Kasobia cooking. Now Mubiru. On to Kasobia for the three. That was very wild by Kasobia. And looks like, ladies and gentlemen, less than 24 seconds on the clock, and the UPDF Tomahawks have thrown the towel. I mean, the white towel. They'll let the clock run down in 2-1. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is the final buzzer, and we have come to the end of the game. And the Masaka best team, the UMU Flames, will head back home tonight with a W. Final score 61 points to the UMU Flames and 52 points to the UPDF Tomahawks. Please do not touch the dial. More action of basketball coming your way later on. Antonio, let me just take this one kidogo.